Alright, so hello there everyone, it's me Epic Sportif, and today we have the very first episode of What If Naruto Was an Assassin. Now this has been inspired by let's say Nippet G. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Also a huge shout out to Nippet G. I shall put his channel in the description below if I remember it, because he's classified all my videos into neat little playlists, which people can view for their pleasure. So thank you for that, Nippet. Alright, let's get on with the video now. So the story starts with, well, however the original started, but with a few changes here and there to the characters so that it makes sense for there to be an assassin world, I suppose. Now, this is the assassin as in the Assassin's Creed sense, a separate creed underneath the village who operate somewhat separately to fight other villages, I suppose. It's essentially another branch from the village's military services. Kind of like the Anbu, but strictly for assassinations and infiltration purposes. Hopefully you understand that. Also, most of the allied villages usually have got a singular assassin network because the plot demanded it. So let us begin the story with Naruto being born. Naruto was born and then his parents died. Now we're going to move on to the future. So Naruto grows up to become a bit more well-trained, I suppose. Naruto is early, scouted to be a member of the Assassin's Guild because, come on, why wouldn't he? He is, of course, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki and the son of Minato Namikaze, who was also a part of the Assassin's Guild. Why? Because he was a very stealthy ninja who could enter places really easily. So I decided, why the fuck not? And also, it adds as a parallel to Ezio's story in Assassin's Creed as well. So now moving on. Oh, by the way, do forgive me if you guys can hear the dogs shouting in the background, or rather barking, because of course it's late at night right now, and the stray dogs, they don't listen to anyone, they just bark. Hopefully I can get through this recording. So let me run through Naruto's character bullet points. Naruto is now not quite like the original. He's not a bubbly, excited guy. Now, he's been handpicked since he was a child. So has Sasuke, but Sasuke came when he was like 5-6 years old, after the Uchiha clan was massacred, and he was left to be the last Uchiha. Not the last Uchiha inside of the Assassin's Guild, as you'll see soon enough, but the last Uchiha in the village. So Naruto and Sasuke are trained since about 5 years of age. Both of them are trained in their own special things. Naruto not having proper chakra control because of the Kyuubi, and them feeling it's not time to properly release the Kyuubi's chakra, and because Jiraiya's very busy with things outside of the village, he cannot come to properly oversee this process of loosening the chakra seal. They don't want to risk it. So Naruto is taught to fight along with the sword, so he's a proper swordsman, and he could probably rival many Chunin for in a sword duel, I suppose. If anybody challenges him to a sword duel, he would, let's say, 9 out of 10 times would win. A few Chunin here and there, high-level Chunin, would definitely beat him, and the Jonins would probably beat him as well. So, Sasuke, obviously, he learns the basic fire jutsus and a lot of ninja wire and other techniques. Naruto and Sasuke are taught by that cool guy number 1 and the cool guy number 2, who are also the doorkeepers of the Konoha village, because the third Hokage commanded them to do so, and they do grow a brotherly attachment with Naruto and Sasuke. I'm not going to go much into dialogue, so this is mostly to see if you guys watch more of this. So, what else could happen? Right, Naruto is a bit more emo-ish in this series, I suppose. His looks have also changed because I like to keep him a bit different in most of my what-ifs. He has yellow hair with red linings here and there, just red streaks inside of his yellow hair to signify both the Namikaze and the Uchiha genes. Naruto, obviously having no chakra control, mostly chooses to fight with the sword, but he does try to learn as much as he can about his chakra and how to control them. Now, in the academy, now they still go to the academy because that cannot be skipped. Naruto and Sasuke are decent friends. Both of them are the top of the class in all of their respective fields. Naruto obviously lacks in the chakra department, but he makes up for it with his melee and sword fighting capabilities. In duels, when he is paired up against his opponents, he mostly chooses to fight using wooden swords, and the teachers allow him because he is that kind of fighter. So they need to hone everyone's skill, which is why Naruto is allowed to fight with this wooden sword. Now, an example of this would be Naruto once was paired against Kiba. So Naruto and Kiba go at it. Kiba, obviously being the physically superior fighter, goes in mocking Naruto, telling him that he's gonna show Naruto how a real man fights, even though Kiba is still a boy, not a man. But he's a cocky bastard when he's younger, even older, but still. So Kiba goes up against Naruto, rushing headfirst into a battle. Kiba tries to punch Naruto a few times, and Naruto easily dodges. You could see, I don't know where you would get the example from, but I think somewhat like the Obito versus Kakashi fight, where Kakashi is dodging Obito's attacks and countering them with his own. The basic taijutsu battle, I suppose. I don't know. Naruto dodges Kiba's punches left, right, center. Kiba goes for a hook. Naruto jumps up, brings out the sword, and starts smacking Kiba. Kiba goes in for a punch. Naruto hits his hand with the hilt of the sword, obviously injuring Kiba a bit. Then goes for 3 chops, one on his right hand wrist, the other on his left kneecap, and after that his right hand is thrown away because of the first hit. His kneecap buckles him down to his knees, and then Naruto goes for a stab or a smack on the back of his neck, knocking him unconscious and ending the battle right there. I hope that was enough description for you guys, because I'm not going to do more. So then eventually Naruto and Sasuke will be paired on a team with another person, but this one's a bit different as they have been handpicked for the Assassin's Guild. Naruto and Sasuke's team is going to be a training ground for the assassins. Now, Kakashi is still going to be the teacher who's going to be teaching them, but mostly because Kakashi in this scenario because of his skills during his youth with the sword and other activities, and his tendencies to go with the stealthy approach to battles, and of course his one Sharingan eye, Kakashi had been promoted very quickly through the ranks of assassin and is now considered one of the most deadliest of Konoha forces. So, Kakashi is going to train Naruto and Sasuke, and seeing as how Naruto and Sasuke were handpicked for the Assassin Order, now having Sakura in this team formation wouldn't make no sense, mostly because she's going to be worthless in a proper assassination mission, because she will just scream out, "Oh my god, Sasuke-kun!" and it would probably jeopardize the mission. So, taking the gods into consideration, I have picked out Neji to be a part of this team. Now, I know this is not a traditional team because most teams need a kunoichi, but this is not a traditional what if. I am mixing a video game universe with the Naruto universe, so go fuck yourself. Now Neji is initially a bit hesitant on this teaming, and eventually he's going to grow to like them, but for now he's all high and mighty, thinking he is the greatest ninja that ever was. Obviously I'm going to have his character grow into the most lovable sidekick you could ever imagine, but for now he is a dick by all means considered. So I'm going to be wrapping it off right here. Let's see, what do I do? For now, the episode is not the most interesting one. What should I do? Oh yes, Itachi is also an assassin and is working for the Assassin's Guild. Undercover, he and Sasuke will soon meet, and hopefully Itachi can be Naruto, Sasuke, and Neji's counselor on the field. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys want to see more of this, do let me know. I'm also working on a series, I suppose, where the Senju, the Namikaze, and the the Uzumaki clans were never wiped out, because it made no fucking sense to me that the Senju clan in like 5 generations completely wiped out from the village. The Namikaze clan, the clan which Minato hailed from, does not exist, and the Uzumakis. Let's be real. We need more Uzumakis in our life. So I'll cut it off right now. I'll see you guys in the next one sometime soon. Peace out.